Yo, what's up? It's your boy Giovanni.
It's your boy Live is T.
We got a special guest here. Real. He might be controversial because he's a straightforward cat. He gonna tell you what it is.
It's your boy.
His name. He go by the name Saigon.
Saigon.
What's good, bro?
What's up, family?
Yo, it's nice to have you here.
Got my Haitians.
I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you know, but I had wrote him like a few months ago because I saw an interview with him, and I'm like, yo, this nigga's mad comical, but his belief system is the same shit how I believe. Like I believe niggas be clowning themselves when they go to the club, buy a bottle for $600 that costs $40 in the club.
That's the
like,
most dumbest shit in the world.
The dumbest shit. So
I still don't understand.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. I don't think he believes that though. That nigga like to go to the club, pop 6 bottles, just and leave with a whack bro.
That every day for the sparklers.
Yeah,
I'm fresh from
that was $100 sparkler you bought.
I'm fresh from the club right now.
That's a fact.
He look like
I'm fresh from the club right now.
Facts. Nah, but yo, before we get into this whole like how you got into the music and all that stuff, you know, this Kanye thing that's trending, and I heard you had like a situation, a run with him, and you like low key pressed him or something like that.
Nah.
How did that situation happen?
Kanye?
Yeah, with Kanye. I think you was at a party with him.
Oh yeah, nah, I didn't press him. I just was. We was talking. I was actually talking to Farrah Gray, who's Khalid Muhammad's son. You know what I mean? Khalid Farrah Gray is like a self-made millionaire when he was like 17, 18, but his father's like Khalid Muhammad from the Nation of Islam. And I'm there talking about, you know, the black plight, you know what I'm saying, about how we need to get our shit together and unify, like my chef says and shit. And you know, Kanye walks over and I try to kick the shit to Kanye to spiel he wasn't trying to hear it. So but you know, it's funny, I told him to his face, I said, man, you don't give a fuck about the black plight, motherfucker. Like you, and he, you know, he did this Kanye shit. He brushed me off and was like, "Come on, Saigon, you bugging." But you know, Ye is Ye, man. Ye is a different kind of person. So but the thing about that, the thing I want to say is like, I know that bipolar shit is kind of real. Cause he's a nigga that be talking about one thing 1 second and then the next minute.
What I said to you earlier, I said that during the Johnny Fastlane.
Yeah, nah, that shit is.
I said it to the camera guy. I'm like, yo, a lot of people, they know that son look like, I could clearly see he got something going on.
Yeah. Look at the beard and all that shit. The way
he on one topic.
Look at the mustache now.
Yeah,
he don't go crazy.
Looking, you can tell he on meds.
He on medication, and then when he don't take it,
you have these episodes. That's a fact, and it's foul.
I feel like we watching a meltdown, and you know, social media gives everybody an opinion, and I've been scrutinized by Black Twitter before fucking with that Love and Hip Hop shit.
We definitely gonna get to that.
Fucking with Love and Hip Hop, and so I got a chance to see what it's like to have 10,000 motherfuckers bashing you.
Coming at you.
You can't ignore it. As much as people like log off.
So nigga, how you feel about?
You can't log off of life, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga can't walk down the street right now.
Word, now, fact. You know so how you feel about Kanye? Because you know. You said he don't care. He don't give a fuck about black people.
But that was many years ago. The thing.
You still feel that now?
I don't know how I feel, man. I'm like, this shit to me is
White Lives Matter T-shirts and.
I don't know. I think Candace Owens is getting in his head. I think he's letting this young lady really manipulate the situation because she's looking at it for her own personal gain. Because since when has all of us been talking about Candace Owens ever? Since only when she attaches herself to Kanye, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, we just be like, you the new Stacey Dash, bitch. No, other than that, nobody really gives a fuck. Yeah, you Stacey Dash, bitch. You know what I mean? But when you attach yourself to Kanye, he's not realizing I'm a global icon. This bitch is just some conservative bitch who's just talking crazy. But now you don't start spitting her rhetoric. Cause George Floyd is my cousin, fam. You know what I'm saying? That's my cousin. So that shit, that shit hit my family different. So these,
How the hell how y'all family?
Because my North Carolina, his family's from North Carolina. He's not from Houston. He's from the Floyd side of their family. So I found out I never met him. I found out on Facebook because I know all my cousins like Sharon and Andrew Floyd and all them. And so when it happened, this before it was even a thing. When it first happened. I see, they call him Perry Jr. His father name was Perry. So when it happened, I'm looking on Facebook and I see all this, rest in peace, Perry. Damn, so I'm like, damn, I didn't think nothing of it. And then it just started to blow and grow. And it's like, so all my family he went to he had 2 funerals. He had one in Houston and one in North Carolina. So they went down there to North Carolina. I was like, damn, this shit is real. So what was happening? Like if you look at Terrence Floyd interview on the Breakfast Club, they talk about it. You know what I'm saying? They talk about my relation to the family.
That's great. That's dope. That's fine.
Yeah.
So yo, I don't want to stay on this Kanye situation because I know he's already getting too much.
No, he ain't.
They frying him too much right now. You feel it? You feel like
I feel
they
like
should do that to him right now?
This is what I feel like, bro. I feel like you had to be either you knew what the fuck was going on, because for you to take that, or you didn't think this shit through at all. Like, I don't think there's no middle ground, because everybody trying to, if you look online, you get all this shit. Niggas like, yo, he's a genius. He did this to get all his deals. Nah. He ain't trying to get out of every revenue stream possible.
He didn't think that they would have did that to him.
Yeah, he thought he was bigger than life.
I think he was that cocky.
Yeah,
I'm 68% of their revenue. All their revenue, they need me.
Nobody's bigger than the fucking game, my nigga.
I think that's what it was.
Nobody's bigger than the system.
Kanye's the same person who messed up Tidal. Like, he should have secured the bag first, man.
Well, he got the bag, but now they showing you like, well, you still a nigga. What Jay-Z said, I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay. Yeah, that's what he's going through.
For real.
I'm not black, I'm Kanye.
Facts.
Okay, the motherfucker said,
here you go.
God giveth, God taketh away.
They constantly show you as much money.
Now this nigga like this. What's next? Yo, when Peloton drops you and all you got, your music is off the fucking exercise bike, because a lot of people like to exercise.
And that Peloton shit, you got to pay $40 a month for subscription to use the bike after you buy. Bro, the bike is like 3-4 bands, right?
It's crazy.
And then you have to pay $40 a month.
When TJ Maxx cut you off, my nigga.
It's clear. TJ Maxx? That shit is like the Bobbies. If Haitian niggas know Bobbies, that shit is like the Bobbies. TJ Maxx is like Bobbies for Americans.
Then he tried to go to Skechers or some shit.
They said Skechers said no light up for you. You won't be lighting up with us.
They dimmed out his lights.
So that's
crazy. But you know what's sad is like, and I wish like this shirt, bro, because I don't know if he thought. Yeah, I just made this shit. I'm like, I don't need people to see it sometimes. This is what.
Yeah, plug in your clothing brand.
This is Unified. It's actually my 10-year-old son's clothing line.
Oh, that's dope.
Okay, that's fine.
S.R. Newman. He's a little kid, but he's a fucking little genius.
That's dope.
And it's funny because he ain't gonna get our support like he think he gonna get. He's trying to take the all I need is the people. Bro, you can't be on 8 sides of the fence. Like you just had the MAGA hat on saying fuck the people.
And the White Lives Matter t-shirt.
Yeah, White Lives Matter.
Now you looking for black people to come and help you.
No stores. So even if you had your own ideology of what you thought you was doing, it didn't resonate. It didn't resonate with us. You went about it all wrong or something, because nobody's sitting there saying, "Yo, let's rally behind Kanye."
It's not gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen.
So yo, how you got into hip hop?
Oh, I've been in my life, man. Guys
like how you got put on? Because like I told you, I'm an artist, and I know, bro. You know artists. We know what it's like to get how you get on, and like what
I got put on through God. God bless his soul, man. And I would say it wasn't my spark, but it was what really took me to the next level. But the first person to really put me on was a guy named Mark Ronson, man. And Mark Ronson ended up going on to be one of the biggest producers in music. Probably Mark Ronson he did fucking one of the biggest songs probably. He did that boom boom boom. Don't believe me, just watch. That's Bruno Mars. So he put me in, ironically he's a Jewish man. So yeah, a Jewish guy fucking took me on from homeless.
Shout out to the Jewish community.
Word, son.
You know, let's clap it up one time for the Jewish
I don't know if I'm gonna clap, but I'm gonna clap
because that saved my life. I probably would have been dead in prison if it wasn't for this guy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't judge. I judge a man from the content of his character,
not the color of his skin,
not the color of his skin, not his religion. Because you got devils that look like me and you.
That's a fact.
You got devils and you got good people. I mean, everybody is who they is at their core essence. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you got good people. You got fucked up people who come from every walk of life. So how I got in the game was a guy named Mark Ronson, who at the time was just a DJ. He's a DJ like Puffy parties and all that, do all the big parties. You remember Mark, right?
Bro, let me just say that
he loved Brand Nubian. He's the biggest Brand Nubian. He's the biggest Brand Nubian fan in the world. In the world.
Brand Nubian so much.
In the world, bro.
In the world. His, I think was his 40th birthday party.
That's it.
He flew us out to the Soho House in London.
Yeah, see that?
Yeah.
I'm talking first class, like the plane, every seat on the plane had beds.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a private jet, but it was corporate class.
Yeah, it's different.
It's like the shit you take to Dubai and all that shit. Them type of
staying at like a castle type of shit.
Yeah, different.
Fucking, the bread was retarded.
Yeah, he loved
it. Was us, P Rock, CL Smooth, and the brand new heavies.
Bro, he loved.
He said that's the groups that he loved.
Yeah.
And I'm talking, we was
nigga paper like
performing.
that.
Oh,
We was performing for people.
different.
That people in the crowd, niggas like Ringo Starr was in the crowd.
Yeah, fact. You know,
fucking Boy George and these niggas.
Yeah,
it's in the crowd.
Facts.
Listening to brand new.
Facts.
Super
That's
connected.
when I ain't connected. You know, his pops is from Foreigner, from Mick Jones. I've been waiting for a girl.
Bro,
That's
it's different. And all of that after the show.
Oh yeah, he's a brand new.
They bust out the fucking. The band and all that type of shit.
That sounds dope.
He's a fanatic.
He had a
brand
great
new
time,
fanatic.
and he was such a gracious host.
Yeah, great
and that
guy.
was one of the nicest trips in recent memory. 'Cause this was not too long ago.
Yeah.
5 years ago, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
And
So what made you start rapping?
crazy.
I've been rapping since man.
I know what made me start making music.
What made me start rapping was I heard. I think my first introduction to it was Run DMC. My cousin played rock box for me when I was probably about 5, 6 years old. And I just remember the line, Calvin Klein, no friend of mine, don't want nobody to be, and I was just like, damn, that's what the. I didn't know exactly what the fuck he was talking about.
Sound crazy.
And I was like, this shit sound fire. Niggas stopped wearing Calvin Klein jeans after that. He was like, we ain't wearing that shit. I was trying to know the power of hip hop because Run DMC shut that shit down early because Calvin Klein's was the shit before that. And then when he said that, niggas was like, you can't wear Calvin Klein's. And I was like, damn.
It was clip.
Leo on my leg, Adidas
Right,
on my feet. Yeah, look, Adidas. And to talk about Adidas, we make all these corporations pop hot. This is the reason why we did have some kind of unification thing going on. They wouldn't be able to just strong arm niggas like that because we make from Mercedes Benz to Timberland
by
to
default.
Oh yeah,
I call it default unity. Like
where is that at?
And that comes from, and I think that just comes from us just being followers.
I don't see no unity though. That's why when people say the black community, I be like, where? It don't exist. We got black neighborhoods, but we don't have black community, bro.
No, for you to have a black community, that means the stores, the school, everything has to be black owned.
Exactly.
Which black people are just consumers.
Go out exactly. Go to a black neighborhood anywhere, right? You gonna see more Arab stores, Chinese stores.
That's a fact.
You ain't gonna go to no fucking Chinatown to see 10 Jamaican restaurants
on
every corner.
No Haitian restaurant or Jamaican, Trinidadian.
Hell no.
Ain't no nigga buying.
Look how many Chinese restaurants is in our neighborhood. Like I did one day. I was just fucking around with my man. I said, yo, let's count all the Chinese restaurants in this 10 block radius.
Bro, I don't think you got enough humans.
Bro, it was like 42.
Damn.
Bro, I don't even think there's enough store.
It was like 42 of them shits in the 10 block radius.
Yeah.
And I said, now let's count the black, and we in the hood. Let's count the soul food spots. We found 3.
It's a fact.
I'm like, how the fuck does that work?
I live in Flatbush, and in Flatbush alone, yo, I ain't even gonna hold you, in like a 5 block radius. In my 5 block radius by my crib, bro, it's probably like 15 or 20 Chinese restaurants. Bro, you going church and 35th. Church and 35th over there got like 3 Chinese restaurants on one block. Like, what kind of chicken this nigga selling at this nigga?
And they sell us the same shit with the eat since we kids. Them 4 chicken wings and then fried rice. Niggas, yo, I ain't gonna lie, I might have went platinum with them chicken wings in my lifetime.
Nigga done made a nigga. Nigga done made the Chinese.
I might have ate over 1 million of them shit since I was over my lifespan. Think about how convenient it was to go grab 4 chicken wings and French fries.
Facts.
Your mom don't want to cook. So we go to a Chinese restaurant. Quick and easy, convenient. And it's fried chicken. My nigga, I've been to China. You know what I went looking for?
Fried chicken wings.
Yeah, they ain't had that shit. They like, what the fuck are you?
They look at you.
They like, what?
Chicken wings?
They like fried chicken wings. I'm like, y'all niggas ain't got no fried chicken wings. They're like, the fuck is you talking about? So I'm like, hold on, they took some of our shit, remixed
over the
it,
head with the same food, selling you your same
selling
shit,
you your shit.
add a little MSG in it.
And it's a
lot of MSG. That's the comeback.
That's
the comeback.
The MSG.
That's what make a nigga. That's the comeback right there.
I'm in my 30s, but you know I got an older brother. My brother like 45, 46, and yo, at one point you had like this Saigon name. Your shit was like huge, bro.
Yeah.
Then out of nowhere, this nigga like just fell off the face of the earth. Like what happened?
You know what it was? The music industry, man. The music industry fucking. I don't know. Like I know you say you do music. Don't ever let the business part fuck up your artistic part, and that's what happened to me because I had such a bad taste in my mouth when the business came and it became about money. I just stopped wanting to do this shit. I was like, it was like, bro. I couldn't even be artistic. Yeah, and the nigga started because we love it. None of us got in this game thinking, oh shit, we doing this shit for the money. No, I don't think there's one real artist now. Maybe this new generation, but when we came up, we didn't give a fuck about how many records Big Daddy Kane sold, or we just thought he was cool as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We didn't care about if LL went platinum, and he was. You got to think about when EPMD said 30 days later the LP went gold. I had not a fucking clue what he was talking about. Yeah. I just thought he was like, it was some cool. It sounded cool. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
And you thought, but then when you get into business and you realize the people, your business partners, because when you're in business with somebody, that's your business partner.
That's a fact.
So when you sign a label, that becomes your business partner. When these motherfuckers is just all about the dollar and they don't give a fuck about your artistic value.
Most artists, we hear the word music and forget the word business.
Yeah.
We don't think about the word music business. It's together. That's why the music. Fuck.
You name an artist that didn't have a problem with his label, and I'll eat this table.
All of them.
Every single one.
Every artist that came.
When an artist as big as Prince, when artists like TLC. Who tell you we sold 9 million records and motherfuckers was living in it with their mothers, motherfuckers who like
New Edition, niggas went on crazy world tours and
come back to the project.
Had to split $1 something.
Your first big check?
Who me? Some ignorant shit, like just like a lot of us do. I went to the Mercedes dealership, went down to see the Diamond District. I did the nigga shit. I went and did what a lot of us do because I was. You know what I'm saying? Thinking this validates me and shit. Mm-hmm. Because we been taught through the music business, this is your validation, your chain and your fucking watch and looking like you got money. When we really don't have the money that we look like. We like to look like we got some shit we don't got.
Y'all always say black people like to win first.
Speaking of Mark Ronson.
No, black people like to look good and win after. White people try to win first and then look good after.
But they don't even winning to them is not a logo. We so logo driven, and now that they realize it, you notice that Louis Vuitton logos went from small to now they throw that shit.
Facts.
You go look at any logos from back, they don't realize we into that shit.
Yep.
Even when you see white people wear Louis Vuitton, they don't fuck with the big logos.
You don't even know what it is.
Yeah, you don't even know what it is. They shit is on the back tag.
Facts. Nigga on a white tee. Shit like a regular white tee.
Exactly.
You feel that fabric, you go, ooh, okay.
Exactly.
Yo, what is that?
Exactly.
That shit costs like $800
for the t-shirt.
Nigga, excuse me, that ain't Louis. He's gonna excuse me, that's Louis Vuitton.
Exactly. You're pronouncing it wrong.
Yes, nigga, you're pronouncing it wrong.
I asked this young lady one day and fucked her head up. I said, yo, would you pay? She had a Louis Vuitton bag. I said, she's like, this bag costs $2,000. I said, yeah, that's cool. I said, but if I showed you a picture, if I put up a lineup with 3 old white men and told you to pick out which one was Louis Vuitton, could you pick them out? She's like, nah. I said, then you're an asshole. Because I'm not. If I don't know what you look like, ain't no way in hell I'm paying 2 G's for your logo.
Facts. That's it.
I don't even know what the fuck you look like. I can't pick you out.
I don't even know who Louis look like.
Me neither.
I don't even know what Givenchy look like. It might fuck around be one nigga in a
it might not even be nobody.
It might be like Louis Vuitton a little bit. He got the little mustache.
No. That's a fact.
Okay.
Most of them are. They play for the other team. That's a fact.
Y'all got somebody meeting me here, bro. Very legendary guy. He's here. If you, his name is Rick Martin. I don't know.
Okay.
You know Rick Martin is?
I heard of him. So
yeah, Rick Martin. That's my big bro.
Your question, like I ain't gonna lie to you. Like when niggas Google your name, wild shit come up, beefs, all types of.
Bro.
Yo, you don't think like these beefs kind of like made you like it kind of like stagnated you?
Yeah, of course.
Because with me, I'm gonna be honest. I had a situation with Atlantic Records. I had situations with Jive, mad labels, but
I scared a lot of money away. Yeah.
You know what was my issue? It wasn't my issue. To them, my issue was, yo, this nigga act too hood. Like, yo, every time you feel like a nigga trying to play you business wise, and you're not supposed to talk up. But when I was able to speak up, I'm like, yo, dog, all little gay shit. I can't even say that word yet.
Yeah, be careful. Be careful. Yeah, for the Kanye, it wasn't your ass. They be like grand opening, grand closing.
You know what I'm talking about. You know that industry. You know that industry. That industry is a weird industry. Like, you'll be in a studio and the engineer might be one of them type of guys.
Yeah.
And you won't even know. You
so think about this,
dude.
right? So I'm gonna tell you what was fucking happening to me, right? So I'm in these meetings, and at this time I'm green. I'm fresh out of prison. I just got out of jail from doing like I said. This guy was here, kind of damn near raised me in the system.
You mind if I ask you what you got locked for?
Yeah, I did. I shot a few motherfuckers, man. When I was young.
I was a 6-year bid, right?
Yeah, I did 6 years, 9 months. That's where I met this guy right here, man. My big bro.
How you doing, bro?
You met the God Lord Jamal?
Yeah.
Cause when I get out, so I'm in these meetings and I'm playing these people the music that they signed. Now at this point I'm signed. So now they put me and Just Blaze in the studio. They like, they like, Saigon, let me hear. You know, they gave me a check. Let's hear some of this music you working on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not understanding how this shit works. F word this F word this that word like, and I don't mean fuck. You know what I mean? The other F word. You know what I'm saying? So that shit just coming out like that.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? No, they ain't doing that. They just giving me. They looking like, oh, this nigga don't know.
They
how done he is.
One dude in the corner like this.
They don't realize how finished he is.
One dude in the corner like this, just watch you like this.
Yeah, and I'm thinking,
So you leave out the room. Not even. Nigga done text.
This nigga contract up.
He done text while he in the meeting.
Man, I'm
throwing up them
like
F-bombs in the room. He just text.
Man, I'm throwing them shits around like it ain't nothing.
Let's wrap this meeting, man.
And it's funny because one of them came and was like, "This fucked me up more." One of them came.
Now wait, what year? What year was this?
This is 2002. So 20 years ago.
I mean, DMX was going around saying that.
Did they offer? Was it? Did you sign?
Look where X. Look how X ended up. They took everything.
Did you sign? Was it 360 deal?
Power, but they
didn't have that back
They
then.
had that there. They didn't have that. Huh?
They're coming into power, but they're not where they're at now.
But,
so when
yeah. They're coming into power, and they're behind the scenes power. They behind the scenes. They strong.
Trust me, they super strong.
But it ain't blatant yet. You know what I'm saying? Right now, you can get away with it.
A little bit. I think it is.
No, I mean at this time. Oh, now
that's
you know
what I'm
better.
saying. And you were.
So I'm sitting here not realizing. I'm out here shooting myself. Like, I might as well just been shooting my toes off.
So you lost your deal off that?
Bro, I might as well lost it. The only thing they did, they just shelved me for 7 years. So you know what I'm saying? They were like, we're never putting none of this music out. You know what I'm saying? This shit will not see the light of day. You know what I'm saying? But they acting like they're like, yeah, we love you.
Yeah, we're nice.
Keep going. I could imagine the conversation that went on when I walked out of there.
Like, yo, this dude is never coming out.
One guy pulled me to the side. I won't mention his name because he's not worthy of it, but he's an exec. And he goes, why do you feel so comfortable using that word like that? So I threw me off. So I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was talking about the N-word. Thought the nigga was talking about nigga, because I'm out there niggas and F-words. Nigga, I'm scared to say this shit now. Damn. Look, I'll say nigga freely, but that F-word, I'm ducking it. Know what I'm saying?
So when you said
what happened?
He said no?
Yeah, he said no, not that. So I'm like, he's like, how can you? I said, that's how we use the word. We don't look at it like y'all. So I'm talking about the word nigga. He's like, not that word.
The other word.
I said, yeah. He said, the other word.
You don't care about that word?
So now I'm confused. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking? What other word? Like, I didn't say honky and no shit like that. I'm thinking like it's a racist shit. Like, he said, before he said what the word was, nigga was like this. It was his man. He's like,
nah, get out of here.
I said, are you kidding me? I swear on everything I love. So I was like, that shit threw me off. So I'm like, huh? So he was like, yeah, he's like, I got a lot of gay family. So then I was like, oh shit. So right then I was like,
personal, yeah.
I knew it was personal, so you know I'm not an idiot. So I was like, nah, we don't use the word in that context. I'm like, this is how we talk. Like that means to us like a sucker. Like they don't mean like no gay man. Yeah, we're not talking about gay people. We talk about a weak man, like punk. Like a chump. Know what I'm saying? A chump. That's what I'm saying. He's like, no, it's offensive. You're gonna offend a lot of people. And then from that point on, my situation with the label was different.
So like when I Google you, a lot of beefs pop up, bro. Beefs, threatening DJs, all the time. I'm like, he definitely Haitian. Cause I'm like, Haitian niggas, we don't play. That's a fact. Niggas is warriors at heart. So like, you don't think that kind of like made the labels kind of like shy away too, or made like, this nigga's out of control.
I definitely fucked up a lot of money, but because you know when people, everything at the end of the day to these people is business. So if you gonna feel like, oh, this guy's gonna fuck up my establishment, when I look at it from their point of view, I wouldn't probably book a motherfucker either where everything he goes, trouble follows him. Cause you look at it like, damn, what if I throw an event, somebody get hurt in my shit, I get. So yeah, it fucked up. But my whole thing was, that's the mentality I come from. That's what we know. We learned that from getting ass whoopings as a kid. You do something wrong, what did your mom do? Whoop your ass. So I felt like anytime somebody wronged me, it was regular to physically harm them. Yeah. And it's a fucked up way mentality we thinking, but that's how we grow up in the hood. We grow up thinking.
That's the universal language.
Exactly. Violence. Violence becomes our way of communicating instead of talking some shit out. Because a lot of those beefs I had with a lot of rappers and DJs, and rest in peace K Slay, who's to me is one of the gatekeepers and one of the most influential, important pieces of hip hop culture ever. He was the one who said, because me and him, I tried to kick K Slay's door down one day. And K Slay was like, instead of him just shunning me like a lot of like cluing him, and who could just like, we ain't fucking with him, we ain't playing his music, and we just gonna check you. Now he called and had a conversation with me. It was like, young blood, like you going about this all wrong. Like you can't threaten nobody to play your music.
That's some real nigga shit though.
You can't make nobody play your shit, because what's gonna happen is these niggas got niggas around them who street niggas. Facts. All these niggas got street niggas around them, like,
and they with the shit.
So they with the shits like you. So what's gonna happen is you gonna have to end up doing something to one of these niggas, or somebody gonna do something to you. You gonna go right back to where you came from. And I was like, you know what? I appreciated that, because he ain't had to drop. He had to drop that on me. He could have easily been like, fuck this little nigga. He tried to kick my door. You know what I'm saying? And he schooled me, and he was like, yo, you talented, man. He like, don't cut your nose off to spite your face, because you getting in your own way.
That's some real nigga shit though.
That's some real shit. That's why I love
that shit in the music industry.
You don't, man.
A lot of niggas just deal
niggas
with
rather find a reason not to fuck with
Facts.
you. Because these niggas is fake. 90% of these niggas is fake. And they rather find a reason not to say, oh, listen.
So, like when World Star first came out, World Star was like the new thing, World Star. Yeah. And then one day I'm on World Star, I see a video, Saigon gets fucked up, or Saigon gets his ass whooped, or he gets jumped at SOBs. I'm like, what the?
I didn't get touched in SOBs.
Nah, but you lucky there was another video that came out and showed what really happened.
But shout out to SOBs.
Dog, I'm like, yo.
They had me looking crazy.
Nah, they had you looking like niggas done you foul, bro.
They had me looking crazy. They like Saigon's under the table shivering.
Son, I'm like,
that didn't happen. I was like, yo.
That could have been the end of it.
You know what it is? The edited shit is a crazy thing. You can make anything look like anything. And I learned that from doing reality TV.
Bruh.
And the motherfuckers had me looking. The Jordan Tower, to this day, I can't wait to catch up to his ass. Even though it was 10 years ago.
Tower?
He hiding under a rock. Because when I catch him, he was like, he was the one. He was
like one of them Smack DVD type of dudes.
He's the only.
Jordan Tower was like one of those Smack DVD, or like one of you see how they had like Sub-Zero DVDs, the come up DVD. Smack DVD, you had Jordan Tower. Jordan Tower used to like post mad or like it was like World Star before World Star was a website. That's what it was.
So he's the one who really concocted that whole shit and was like, yo, don't worry about it. I'm gonna make it. I got y'all. I'm gonna make y'all look. You know what I'm saying? And then the thing is, the ill shit about that is me and those guys it was friendly fire.
But what caused that situation between you and Mobb D?
My brother, True Life. Like, we were big. We always
was like going at it with mad niggas, bro. Like,
we was wilding. So my brother True Life had a little situation with them, which was we was all cool. Just the thing people didn't realize. It's almost like the internet was new, or even motherfuckers being DVDs. It's almost like you and your brother have a fight, and then the whole world knows about the shit. It leaves the house, and like we say, don't air out your dirty laundry. There was some dirty laundry that got aired out and it played out in front of.
Yeah. It was like on some DVD shit.
What
like that situation that.
The thing was, it was at a show. It was a Mobb Deep show, and so there's 1,000 cameras. Like that's like if you look, them niggas come on stage. If you look at the video, they come on stage while I'm on stage. So I'm like, this is awkward, but it's the Mobb. These my brothers.
You talking about the situation at SOBs?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about what. So what caused that situation? Like that niggas just wilding for no reason that night?
Nah. It was True. I was guilty by association because me and True Life is like brothers. And they got into some shit over a song, and True did what he did. I don't even like rehashing it, but it went to some street shit. So it's kind of like, okay, when we see y'all niggas is on, when I see y'all niggas is on. But the thing was, behind the scenes, it was like, nah, man, that we're going
that deep.
It ain't that deep. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of times it be niggas entourages because it wasn't having peace. When you got 50 niggas with you can't control what these other 50 niggas gonna do. So a bunch of niggas is with them niggas and they like, fuck, they go to fuck that. We get it right now.
That was some shit that didn't even have nothing to do with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the thing is, the entourage that be with you.
Yeah,
nigga be trying to be super low.
That's why you see me. You see me, he
trying to prove himself. Like
exactly.
yo, they go that nigga right there.
You see me with the same people I know my whole life. I'm not going to get a bunch of. I don't give a fuck how big I get. You ain't gonna see me with a bunch of niggas I don't know. A bunch of new motherfuckers. Like I hardly know this motherfucker, but we hanging out.
And that joint could have fucked up.
So how you got out that situation though? That SOB shit. Like,
how'd I get into it?
Bro, SOB's a small ass tight spot.
I was on stage and they came on.
Get out that little spot.
How'd I get out of there?
Yeah,
Chris Bush. Shout out to niggas was calling him security, whatever they want to call. Cause he big, but I ain't never could afford no paid security like that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't had no motherfucking paid security. He's just a big dude.
So you didn't get hurt or nothing?
I ain't get touched, bro, by the grace of God.
Not one punch landed?
Not one punch.
That's good.
By the grace of God, because had they did catch me, this is what I say. Niggas always be like, yo.
That nigga that Haitian voodoo up in there and get touched.
Outnumbered. Motherfucker, it was me versus the club. Shit is on YouTube.
Bottles and all
bottles,
crazy.
Bottle breaking behind my head.
SOBs?
Yeah,
if they would have caught me, bro, I ain't gonna lie. And this is, you know what I hate about the internet? Motherfuckers be there like, why'd you run?
What the fuck
So I said, nigga, you
watch
watch too many motherfucking Steven Seagal flicks. Yeah, you thought I was gonna fight 60 niggas like, flip the nigga. I said, nigga. So you rather have watched me getting a bone stomped out my ass? Huh? That would have been more entertaining for you, right? Yeah. Why didn't you stay to get the shit kicked out of you? What, for your shits and giggles, nigga? Right. The fuck? I didn't run, nigga. I escaped.
Sometimes you gotta think smart.
What the fuck is you talking about?
Sometimes you gotta think smart, nigga.
I escaped,
like,
motherfucker.
I will see you tomorrow.
Yeah, there's a time that goes retreat.
I will see you tomorrow.
They say you win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day.
I will see you tomorrow, nigga.
Hold on.
Had them niggas caught me, bro. I'd have got the shit beat out.
Nigga would turn. You would look like that scene in what's that movie?
Don't be a menace.
When it was flat.
Exactly.
You would have been flat. You would have been connected to the ground.
Yeah, but the thing was, is like it really it strained our relationship, and I didn't get a chance really before Prodigy passed away to really, patch it. We was planning on doing it like right before he passed.
So you speak to Havoc?
I love Havoc, man. That's my brother. They was always my brothers. This is the thing. That shit wasn't just supposed to happen because, like I said, that's like me and Jamal. That's my brother. Like outside of music, if Jamal call me for anything, I'm there, and vice versa. And that's like if me and him, go out to a bar and we get drunk and have it. Like sometimes you and your friends fight. We have a fight. You know what I'm saying? The next day it's gonna be like, damn son, we was bugging, we was wilding. Like that's it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no shit where 8 years we ain't speaking and shit.
I heard you had a situation with Lil Fame.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy, nigga? Lil Fame, he live in my hood.
That's another thing I don't like.
He used to live in Flatbush. So I'm on the junction. You know the junction?
Yeah, of course.
Bro, come out the liquor store. Me and my cousin, niggas got some joints in the crib. I walk out. I'm like,
is that?
I'm like, yo, that's that nigga right there.
Lil Fame, he be in.
So my cousin like, yo, what up?
Some more friendly, more family fire.
What the hell happened with that?
More friendly fire.
Cause I ain't gonna hold you, son look like a super hood nigga.
He is.
Super. I'm talking about if East New York was a person, that would be him. You know what I'm saying? If you
should have seen his brother. His brother passed away, Malik. His brother was like the scary version of Fame. Like, if you think Fame was scary, imagine the scary version of the scary nigga. Like, God damn.
Like terror, bro. Like, just looking at me like this.
Yeah. And then nigga breathe loud. Like,
yeah.
Nigga breathe like that.
You remind me like a pit bull on the loose. Like, and he ain't even, yo, the crazy, I used to see like videos. I used to see videos of niggas. I'm like, yo, this nigga look tall. This nigga's mad short.
Yeah, he like my size. But
I'm like, yo, damn.
Good. Yeah, good dude though, man. Like,
so how that situation happened? What was that about?
Just more friendly, like brothers fight, man. Brothers fight. And
so
me,
just get drunk and fight?
Pretty like that. So with Fame is my brother, man. Like, I love Fame, man. Fame is a guy who, like I said, like outside of music, a guy who I consider my friend.
Y'all cool today?
Oh yeah, of course.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Like I said, man, me and my own physical brothers fight. Like, we fighters, bro. We just came up fighting. You know what I'm saying? So
it's crazy. Like back in the days, you see how rappers used to be beefing, niggas don't die. Niggas just lump a nigga up, and that's cool. Today, bro, a nigga would shoot a nigga, kill a nigga over liking his girl picture. Or
know what it is? Everybody's scared for that fame. Nobody want to be like, yo, you got beat up. Like, the Muhammad Ali took a L. Nigga, anybody can get beat up.
Like,
but yeah,
people scared to get punched in their face.
You scared, yeah. You know what it is? These kids, it's that social media shit. And they don't realize what they don't realize is, and these kids, like a lot of you kids don't realize, once you pull that trigger, cause that gun ain't going with you to the penile.
No way.
So you better know how to fight, cause even if you get your hand on a little razor or a little nigga would knock you, the nigga would disarm you. A motherfucker know how to fight will make you eat that motherfucking razor.
Facts.
So a lot of niggas don't. That's why they all join gangs as soon as they get locked up.
Nigga go become a Muslim.
Yeah.
Son go join here or
quick fast right away on the bus.
Yo, mad dudes
on the bus, niggas is taking their shahada like that.
Facts. Nigga done. Yo, CEO, can I borrow your?
Nigga been eating pork his whole life.
Let me Google some Arabic shit so when I go in there.
They know what to say.
Yeah. That's why they join gangs, and that's the reason why I never joined the gang, and I got caught up in that shit. And I was in it when it was like shit was convenient, like it was an easy route. Nah, because you know what, I feel like, you know what, at the end of the day, you born alone, you die alone, and I don't want to be responsible. The thing about gangs that I tell niggas, but when they join them shits, once you join that gang, it could be a nigga in your gang you don't even particularly like this motherfucker. If you see something, his beef is yours now.
You inherit this, bro.
Yeah, you might don't get along with this nigga. You see something him surrounded, you gotta go over there.
Crazy to me. That's why I was telling.
We in this together.
Yeah.
That's why I was telling P too. I'm like, yo, bro, you never met. You never why you have this strong dislike for somebody you never met? Like, I'm like, yo, bro, this generation, niggas gotta stop inheriting other people's beef. Niggas is attention whores too, man. Fame is the worst drug known to man. Bro,
so
crazy.
Even a nigga think they could do something that's gonna make them famous or popular or some shit like that, they more than likely gonna try to do it. And the niggas don't realize, you know when they say be careful what you ask for?
You better be careful.
Because when all eyes is on you, all eyes is on you. Good, bad, or indifferent, motherfucker. So now if you want this attention, when you trying to take it off, that's the reason why. If you look at extremely famous people, they be like, damn, I wish I wasn't this fucking famous. I wish I didn't get to this point. So
how you got up into the acting joint?
Rapping, man. Like,
Is something you always wanted to do, or something?
Nah, that shit stumbled in my lap. But you know what I'm saying? I did when I seen Jamal on I was
never took acting classes?
Never, not a day in my life. But so when I start to see my heroes like Lord Jamal and these guys and Queen Latifah and Ice Cube and these dudes who from rap and transition and shit.
What's up with this battle you had with Vado?
See, that's the funny shit, because it wasn't a battle until it was a battle.
Yeah, cause yo, that shit just popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah,
like,
and they offered me I never battle. I was the anti-battle nigga because I'm like, niggas say the wrong shit, I'm teeing off. So I'm like, and I told him that I said, nah, I don't think I'm built for that. I watch battle rap.
Did y'all get a good bag for it?
Yeah, we got a super bag for it, man. We got a nice bag, especially for somebody who never battled in his life. I'm like, how much you say?
Nah, battle rap cats be getting.
Yeah, they niggas being like 100,000 a battle.
That's a fact.
But the thing with Vado, I'm like, me and Vado's friends. They're like, it ain't like a real battle. It's like, remember old school battles when all you did was rap? Mm-hmm. Like, it was nothing personal. So they was like, no personals. You can't go Google a nigga. Because I had mad, like, once I posted, I'm battling Vado. My DM was like, yo, you know about this nigga? Yo, I did. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Because I could imagine who's doing that to him about me. Niggas you don't like sitting there and like, talk, yo, son, this nigga used to have shit stains when he was a kid, son. This nigga, they used to call him Shitty Brian. Look, they used to call him Shitty. All kind, yo, he shitted on himself one time in junior high school, like all kind of shit. I'm like, yo. Nah, I said.
Now when I saw the battle, it wasn't like that though.
Nah, that's why I'm sitting there. But now when I look back, I'm like, I got too friendly with the nigga. He'll hit me with a punchline, I dab him up like that was fire.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I'm hugging this nigga. That nigga just dissed me. I'm like, yo, that shit right there was fire.
Word.
I'm confused now. I'm like, yeah.
Like, hold on, this nigga just played
me. Hindsight, I'm like, why did I dap this nigga for that? I'm like, I should have slapped. I should have actually slapped this nigga.
That's not how battle rap works.
Yeah, I know. I had it fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like all or nothing. I was like, either I'm gonna do it or I'm not. And then after the fact, I went to all, and every battle rapper was like, bro, you supposed to go in there and kill him.
So Smack didn't hit you up after, like, yo, I want you to battle?
Yeah, they want me to battle again. I said, nah. First of all, it was too. They offered me a lot of money again.
That's a lot of work, right?
It's too much. First of all, I don't want to sit there for 90 days thinking about a nigga. You know what I'm saying? That shit is too much. Nigga consume. Yeah, you gotta think about this nigga every day. Like, I'm like, that's too time consuming, huh?
It took y'all 90 days?
That's how long they told us. That's how much time they give us to prepare. It was like, yo, it's 90 days from now. So then you start, and that's another thing. I'm like, I'll wait till the next 60 days. And the funny shit, because Angela Yee told me, she was like, you better be ready, because Vado's practicing this shit. I'm like, nah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Be like, the nigga's ready. I'm like, nah, I'll be ready. And that's what fucked me up mentally, because when we got to the venue, right? I'm sitting there in the back practicing my line. This nigga's in there with his feet up. I'm like, you don't need to practice, nigga? I'm looking at you. He's like, I'm good. What you mean? Because we friends. I'm like, what you mean you good?
Back before you asked me.
I'm like, you know everything. Yeah, I'm like, nigga, you know all your lines? He's like, my shit sharp. I'm like, oh shit. Look, that fucked me up. Like, he's way too comfortable. This nigga had it. They threw the cape on a nigga like James Brown. I'm like, oh, this nigga's he practiced. This nigga, they had a routine, son. I was like, nah, you know what? You were more prepared, brother.
You did better.
Yeah, you did better.
Yeah, definitely did better.
You did better.
That's a fact.
Yeah, me too. The nigga had a whole shit. Nigga, when the nigga came out with Jeff Hamilton, they threw the coat on. Nigga threw money in the air. Nigga start reaching for the money.
I didn't expect that though.
Yeah, I'm like, this nigga right here had a show. He had a whole show
routine.
But Vado's a battle rapper.
Word.
Yeah, he used his shit. Yeah, he used his shit to the ball.
Down to the last day.
And niggas gonna show me after the fact his old, like, he's a battle, like he comes from that, like mad ciphers. I'm like, why nobody show me this shit before the battle? They was like, oh, you didn't know? I was like, because he's from MH. Him and Jay Mills, they all came up battle rapping. Mm-hmm. So I'm like,
I thought you knew that Vado battle rap.
Nah, I didn't know that.
I knew it. Bro, you never used to see his freestyles on Smack DVDs. That's what I'm saying.
Mad Cypher. Nah, he's young. I never paid attention. I never was paying attention. Yeah, I didn't do. Yeah, you gotta do your homework on it.
So yo, this Love and Hip Hop situation.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
So that was a situation with some girl from Toronto who I used to mess with. You know what I'm saying? She popped up out of nowhere and started acting like she liked me and shit again. I'm like, damn, something's weird about this shit. Because I had 2 little babies. She like, yo, any help you need? Start buying the kids shit and all that. And, you know, I'm thinking, damn, this is not her personality. I know this girl. Something's up. I couldn't pinpoint it, but I'm like, something's going on. And she sprung it on me about 2.5 weeks later, like, yo, would you do Love and Hip Hop? You know, I say this shit all day. Hell no, I ain't doing that ratchet shit. She was like, damn, that's too bad because I got us an audition. I said, what?
How did she get y'all audition?
She went to Mona. She went to Mona or Stephanie, one of the producers, and was like, I guess she told her that.
Oh, I messed with Saigon.
I messed with Saigon because they was like, who you fuck with in the industry? Oh, I messed with Saigon. You think he'll do the show? So she get me the audition. My dumb ass was like, fuck it. Now my wheels start turning. Like, how can I make this work for me? You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie. Or like I said, I was one of them niggas who was like, I'll never do this. They had a board of all the niggas who
turned it down.
Who they turned down? No. They had Joel Santana, Mano, this other. Nah, we ain't fucking with him. So I'm looking at the board. I'm like, oh, they definitely not fucking with me. So I'm like, let me just go through the motion. But I just, I knew how to captivate the room and I know how to make them laugh and all that.
Oh, so there was an audition point?
Yeah, they make you audition for that shit. Camera test, screen test, almost like you being in a film or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Almost like a film. They do it. So they did it with us. They put us in the room, looked at our interaction, and they, for whatever reason, they picked us. And I was like, damn, I ain't expect it. So I wasn't even ready for that shit. So once me and her wasn't in no real relationship, so I'm like, damn, we ain't got no story, bitch. What, we fucking? That's it. That's our storyline. That's not nothing. So she was like, let's make. She was a hustler. She was like, let's make up some shit. So we start to make up a storyline, and Mona knew it was bullshit. She was like, this is foo-foo. So what they did was, they told her, they fired her. It was like, kept me. It was like, yo, you ain't got no other chicks. I bought my.
So this question
my son's mom on it.
Love and hip hop. A lot of people say, yo, Love and hip hop is the graveyard for rappers. Niggas who is the Mona checks is official?
Nah, hell no. Bullshit. Shit is pimping ain't easy, nigga.
What?
So
why a lot of people go on that shit?
Because it's exposure. It's exposure, and a lot of people need exposure. No matter what you're doing, you need eyeballs on you.
Yeah, but them exposure sometimes
it could be detrimental.
Bad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It could be detrimental, but for the most part, you look at a nigga like Safari, right? Niggas think Safari's up, not from Love and Hip Hop, from OnlyFans. That nigga's one of the highest paid niggas on people on OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
And he got his fan base. Like niggas
so he make like 80-90 bands a month off that shit, bro.
More than that. He's killing it. He's
Lavish T OnlyFans coming soon.
Knocking them down. And he working out.
And that's all he really be doing and shit like that. And he's killing it on OnlyFans. And without them eyeballs from Love and Hip Hop,
he would have never had
wouldn't work. So you got to know how to use that shit. Look at Pat. Pat live in a mansion now.
Facts.
Pat went and bought a mansion, and you know what I'm saying? You got a pool in his, and I'm like, and you know what's funny? I remember him calling me because me and Pat cool friends, and was like, yo, they called me to do Love and Hip Hop. Should I do it? I seen your experience on that motherfucker. He was like, but I said, yeah. I said, fam, I told him the same thing I'll tell you. I said, yo, do it, fam, because number one, they're not gonna play with Remy the way they played my baby moms and made her look crazy. So they're not gonna do that to Remy, number one. And number two, y'all got an ill storyline. Like, you held her down while she was in jail. Usually it's reverse. I say, go use that. I said,
it made him look like the super husband. Exactly. Like, it actually made, it really gave him, like, it solidified him with women.
It did.
Whoa.
He's
like the
I remember chicks saying, I want me a papoose.
Facts.
I need a papoose.
Facts. And
I said, yo, you did it. He did it exactly how he's supposed to do it. So you got to look at it. Was that a graveyard for him? Nah, that was a ladder.
Facts.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it was a ladder.
They ever try to spin you in the
Cardi B, bro.
Cardi B.
Yeah.
You ever try to spin your character away you didn't want to?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. That was their whole thing. They tried to make me look like I was an abusive type of guy. Like I was physically abusive, mentally abusive to this young lady who, me and this young lady, which we had a child, but we didn't have a relationship. And then once they got her to go with it because it started to make her, people like empathy. So people were empathizing with her, like, girl, I'm so sorry you got to deal with a man like that. And I'm like, wow. So I'm watching this shit. Yeah, I'm like, I hardly know this woman. And instead of her being like, nah, telling the producers like, nah, that ain't him, she was like, fuck it. If I gotta make you look bad for me to look good, I'm gonna do that. And that's what almost ruined totally. Because I remember having a conversation when I said, don't let a temporary situation be permanent damage, because we have a son to raise for the next 21 years or however it's gonna take for him to sent them out there to the world. So don't. And then she just like, fuck you, nigga. I'm taking this opportunity, and that was her. Wow. That was her whole stance.
So y'all never spoke after that?
Nah, we speak now. We speak now because my son lives with me. You know what I'm saying? It got to the point where she understood what I was trying to say from the rip. I'm like, you understand? Regardless to, there's too many black fathers, you know, dipping away from their situation. I don't like you at all. I won't say I hate you, but I don't like you. I don't fuck with you because of your character. But we still have the son to raise. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let that's why a lot of shit is playing out. That's my dislike for you is not stronger than my love for him. So my love for him is gonna supersede my dislike for you. And what I'm gonna do is we're gonna figure out how to raise this child. Like I said, I ended up on Ayanla Fix My Life, and that was a show where I was like, hell no, I never fuck with that. I don't need no life coach to come tell me. But I ended up doing it, and it's funny because it helped for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Because but attention is a motherfucker, man. Because my whole thing with her is once she started getting like popular, she started posting like real scantily clad shit on Instagram, and I'm like, because it boosts your fire, it boosts. So I told her, I said, look, no disrespect, you're an adult, you can do whatever the fuck you want, but you're my son's mother. And these pictures, once you put them up there, I don't want to in 10 years somebody's coming to school to my son saying, yo, look at your mom's cheek. You never know what kind of effect that's gonna have on them. It can turn them violent, it can turn them insecure. Of course. So I said, think about him. You have to respect, even though he's a kid, he was 18 months at the time. I'm like, respect him if he was a grown man. Because if he was grown, he probably wouldn't want you doing that.
It's not about me trying to control.
Exactly. It's not about me at all. I said it's about our son.
I'm sure that's not how they.
Nah, they twisted it on. Yeah, you can't make him. You can't tell him what to do. And they was in her ear because they all, most of the producers on Love and Hip Hop are like.
They play for other teams.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And they female and they hate men. They don't really fuck with us like that. They don't like men. So any chance to make her to degrade us and demoralize us, because one thing I didn't respect what they did, because on a reunion show, you asked Joe Button, you asked Peter Guns, you asked Tara, you asked anybody who was on that season. I blacked on the producers. I blacked on the producer. I said, fuck this cast. Everybody come up here and want to fight each other. I blacked on them. I said, y'all the ones who fucking marginalize us and make us look fucking ignorant and stupid on this fucking TV show. I said, I'm up here and y'all trying to tear me down. You know how many black fathers who not fucking with a woman as a reason not to fuck with their child? And I'm up here trying to show this to your demographic, the ones who need it, and y'all sitting up here trying to make me look like a bad person. I said, it's y'all and the whole crowd's captivated.
Oh shit.
Bro, you think they aired a second of that shit?
Hell no.
They had me up there looking crazy.
I was just about to ask you.
They did the reverse. They blacked on me.
They hit you with the edit, boy.
They edited my shit so bad. I guess they was like, "Oh, word, we gonna make you look like we gonna make you look crazy," and that's what they did. And I was like, you know what, fuck it.
Well, we gonna end this part too.
I think that could have been a lawsuit though.
You know what? I signed. I don't know what I signed, bro. You know what I'm saying? So. You know what? Like a lot of us do. We sign these. They give us.
So what's your relationship
They give us these contracts we don't even understand. They're not even written in the language for us to understand them.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't you simplify this shit? If they wanted to, they could. But the thing is, they want you to go pay a lawyer, and he got to try. His job is to simplify it for you. But at the end of the day, he's thinking about his best interest first.
Right.
And
so
you and you fucked anyway because you signed it anyway.
That's why I said when all these niggas be complaining about a deal, we can't really complain about some shit that we signed. Exactly.
So what's your relationship with Mona now?
I don't have a relationship with Mona. But actually, Mona was the one who was like, she was the last conversation I had, because we had like a Haitian connection bond. She Haitian.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so it was like, she was like, I respect your passion. She was like, you're passionate. You're a passionate individual. And that comes across, obviously, because they can't dangle that fame carrot. When they realize they can't dangle that fame carrot in your face, it takes their power away.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Or it takes their power away. And I think that's kind of not to go back to what Kanye's doing. Kanye is what he's doing, and I think what he thinks he's doing is taking his power back. And saying, watch this. I'm gonna show y'all that y'all can't control me. I'm uncontrollable. Y'all can't. And I think he got a rude awakening. I think they woke his ass up.
Yeah, Adidas about to lose a lot of money. You think it's a wrap for Adidas right now?
Nah. Adidas been around way shit. They was around before Kanye. Would be around after Kanye. Think about it. Some Nazis started Adidas. They started by a Nazi company. It was some Nazis started the company.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so you understand? You go look at the roster, the other people they got. They know what they was doing. Of course, he brings in a ton of money.
It's at 68% of the revenue online sales.
Yeah,
it's because of Yeezy. Bro, that's crazy, son.
Yeah, but and they still willing to. So what does that tell you? If they still willing to drop you, what is that telling you? That means we're showing you're not bigger than the system.
That's to tell you better watch your mouth.
Party's gonna be probably canceled.
That's what that means.
Oh, probably so, because they be like, we're gonna take a dip, but you know what? We rather take a dip to stand with the people he's offending than stand with him because
and take profits.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Overall, we rather fuck with.
But you think that shit is legal? I don't think that shit is legal,
bro. But who determines what's legal? What's legal? The people that write the laws is the nigga you talk. It's almost like when you in jail, right? When the police fuck us up when we in prison, who do we run to? The police.
Fine.
File a grievance. No, they tell you file a grievance. Go tell my brother I fucked you up. You know what I'm saying? Who can we run to?
Bro, Chase told a nigga, yo, get your bread out of here. We don't need it.
Get the fuck out of here. And you got till November. We're not gonna give you 60 days. You ain't even get that nigga 60 days.
Somebody got 400 M's in that motherfucker. Where you want him to go with 400 M's?
Kanye took a page out of Donald Sterling's playbook. Remember Donald Sterling?
And look what they did to him. And he was Jewish, and they made that motherfucker sell his team because I'm glad you mentioned that. I was bringing that up to somebody else. I said, look, you can't. We in a day and age and time where motherfuckers think about themselves, so they're like, I'm not gonna stand next to you if you the hot boy. So
that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So the Commissioner Stern, you think they really want to make this? But they like, son, they probably behind the scenes was like, we gotta do this for the surface because if we sit there and support you after half the NBA is black. Right? 90% of the NBA is black, and you sitting there talking about I don't want the niggas at the game. Don't bring them niggas. Come on, you won't fuck around, fuck up the whole bag. What if they really start?
But you know why they did that though, right?
To make an example.
Not only that,
crucifixion.
Not only that, bro. They looking at it like, yo, dog. We don't need you no more. We own the designs. All we can do is just keep coming out with different colorways.
But the
Adidas owns the design.
Yeah, but they don't own it. Nobody buying that shit without the Yeezy on it.
It doesn't say. It's
right
to say
now,
Adidas
the
on the side.
The price of Yeezys is about to go through the roof.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, them joints is gonna be so scarce. It's gonna be like $1,000 just for a pair of Yeezys.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
It's already
value on that shit gonna be crazy.
Retarded.
And whatever he comes out with next, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I don't think it's gonna work.
I don't think so either.
It's not gonna work.
I didn't know the clothes was working like that because when you look at them shits, like I ain't never seen that nigga wear.
Who told you the clothes working?
So somebody buying that shit. Everything he put out sells out in a matter of seconds. That whole Gap, that big ass puffy Gap jacket, that bullshit ass coat.
Gap joint, the collab.
You see this shit? Yeah, sonny. That shit sell out on them. That's the reason why they don't put out a lot.
Asian people love
they put that shit
Yeezys. Asian people love.
Yeah. Everybody love Yeezys, bro.
So you got music right now you working on?
Yeah. I just did an album with Buck Wow. I'm not supposed to talk about it, but we was trying to keep it on the wraps. But we mixing it right now.
So you ain't got a release date?
Nah, but it's probably my best body of work since me and Just Blaze it out. Because you know what it is just like I speak my mind, and I feel like this is what's the problem with hip hop. We so marginalized and kept to, fuck a nigga, kill a bitch, this shit to the point where it's like we using our own. It's almost like turning your own weapon against yourself. Because this is the strongest thing that we had. Look at hip hop. I traveled the whole world, from China, Asia. I seen kids in China with do-rags on and baggy jeans, trying to look like us, trying to emulate hip hop culture, and we the only ones who act like we don't understand the power of it. It's almost the same way like Michael Jordan, right? Once Michael Jordan, I don't know if it was his agent or it was him. Majority of his career, they was paying the motherfucker $1.84 million a year, and he's bringing. Because if you don't know your worth, I ain't gonna tell you. And then he retired and said, I need 30 million for one season. And they was like, give it to him. So imagine he ain't going there and demand that. They would have kept giving that nigga the little. Look at what these. Now that these basketball players know what they worth, right? Look how much. Look at their deals now.
180 million.
180 million. Most of these niggas play their whole careers for 1.3 million a year.
For real.
They're getting baseball contracts.
They're getting baseball deals now.
Them NFL players need to wake up and
nah, they getting them too. Them niggas is getting them. Look at Russell.
And they got the new
200 million.
Nah, they got the new joint. I heard with NBA now. The NBA contracts now is like how the football contracts is now. So if you get hurt on that, you don't. There's guaranteed, like you get like a guarantee. But back then NBA, if you got hurt, you still get your get your paycheck every week. Yeah. Now if you get hurt, or you Gilbert Arenas fucked that up. Yeah, that nigga kept getting hurt. He made $100 million to pay like 6 games. Yeah, he made like 100.
I don't want
to. After that, it's clipped. If you get hurt, you get on the bench. Your pay's on pause. You getting whatever's guaranteed. That's it.
Yeah, I don't want to keep bringing it back to Kanye, but this is what he was talking about. Like, bring out all the contracts. We're gonna sit down and compare them across the board, so that way people are getting a fair share at their contracts.
So you never gonna get a fair share.
But you're never gonna get a fair shake.
It don't work like that.
You know why it don't work? You know why you never gonna get a fair share? Because they don't go looking for rappers in rich neighborhoods. They go looking for rappers in project areas. They come to Flatbush. They go to the hood of the hood. They go get the kid that's walking around posting up the gun on Instagram that has no knowledge of what he's doing to himself. And they know you stupid. That's why they giving you these 360 deals. You think they gonna go to a black kid where his pops is a doctor and his mom's a lawyer and they live in a mansion already and he knows what it's like to drive in a Rolls Royce Phantom? You think you gonna show him the Rolls Royce he gonna sign?
That's one aspect, but what it is like, and they say it all the time, it's cliche, you don't get what you work, you get what you negotiate. You gotta, nowadays, these young kids are making what would take us 10 years to make. Like, look at the NBA young boy. He said, I need 60 million for this next record deal. And they gave it to him. Motown. 60 million fucking
but
dollars.
That 60 million.
Think about it.
Bread?
Who cares? It's sick. Well, look, it might not be up front. I'm sure.
What's his
20
advance?
might have been. 10 might have been up front. Know what I mean? If you
his
got a
advance
60,
is probably 10% out of that 60 million.
So that's $6 million.
6 M's.
So think about when 50 Cent deal was the hottest nigga in the world.
He got $3
million. No, they gave him $1 million. I got a mill up the deal and I'm still on the grind. He got $1 million deal, and that was 2002. So you figure 20 years later, you know what I'm saying, when the motherfucker's getting 60 million or he not budging, so the artists, the internet, even the playing field. So these artists now, that's why they flying private. These motherfuckers they making the money hand over fist. And the thing is, it's easy to give somebody money when you know they gonna give it right back. You know they get that nigga all the way.
That's why they giving these 60 million out.
Yeah, they like he ain't gonna do shit but get his shit right back. Go have 4 child supports. 40 have 6 child.
You got 40 chains. Nigga about to go buy 40 chains. You got one neck, but you buying 40 chains.
Yo, but 10 cars.
You only drive 1 car at a time. Nigga go cop. Yeah, I just bought 4 Lambos.
Nigga, I see a nigga with 3 watches on.
Like, nigga, what? You got all 3 ain't telling you the same time? Fuck you got watch yo.
Yo, you know what's so funny? This shit is like, remember the movie I'm Gonna Get You Sucker?
I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, yeah.
When the niggas had too much gold on and shit, niggas use OG and they like, no, not gold. Yeah. That's how these niggas look to me sometimes.
They look crazy.
You see a nigga with like 65, like, if you ain't Mr. T or Slick Rick, you ain't supposed to be like, yeah, nigga, that was like a gimmick.
Big chain on that shit.
Yeah, so niggas be having like chains this size, like 12 of them shits. When am I supposed to see your logos? Like,
yeah,
that shit.
Mayweather with 40 for what?
He definitely with an OG back in. He with an overgold, man. He with an overgold.
Stupid, bro.
Oh no, not gold.
He said, "Oh,
nigga, OG, son."
That shit is.
It looks crazy, bro.
That shit is stupid. Like,
but this is but think about it though. These niggas that walk around with a $500,000 in a briefcase, like, and then, but then
like PNB Rock.
But we know you just did let's say you made $30 million, right? Mm-hmm. Why would $500,000 impress me if I know you just made $30 million? That's like a broke motherfucker walking around with a knot just to be like, you know what I'm saying? Look, Okay, you went to the bank and pulled your money out. You walk around with your bank account. So that and the fact that the money phones and shit like that.
But why? And for some reason, it seemed like it's only like a hip hop culture.
Yeah.
That black people or hip hop artists have to show the watch and all that to tell you that they got money. But you got like rap. You got like basketball players like football players like Ocho Cinco said, "Nigga, I wear fake jewelry. Fuck, I need to wear real shit." Shorty already Googled me.
Yeah.
Why don't y'all rappers think like that though?
Not y'all rappers.
I mean, well, rappers.
I think. Look, you see what the fuck going on?
Well, why do rappers, artists, period? Because you don't see artists.
You know what it is? It comes from us using that to validate us because we look for things outside ourselves. Because slavery left a stain on us the way we feel devalued. We ain't worth shit. When you've been told that, that's why I watch the way I speak to my children. When you've been told something for so many years, so you start to believe it.
Facts.
And we've been told we ain't shit, we worthless, we nothing. So we look for outside things to give us our value. And we've been taught, man make the clothes don't make the man. But a nigga will feel like he better than you because he dressed better than you. And go, I got these logos, like we're talking about logos. And that's where it comes from, man. So it's embedded in us. It's something we need to break. I think now starting.
Shout out to Lavish Apparel. That's my shit right there.
You got your shit going on. Black owned. That's what we need.
Black owned business. Let's get it.
Yo, you got a name for the album?
Unify. No, not yet, man. Not yet.
Y'all heard it, man. Y'all heard it from here. That's crazy. So what's your social media handle?
I don't really fuck with that.
Oh, you ain't on the gram no more?
I kind of left all that shit alone, bro.
How you gonna promote the music?
I needed it. I found out the music could promote the music. There was a time before social media and music got promoted. You know what I'm saying?
So I
believe word of mouth. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to the people. I believe word of mouth is the best form of promotion. It's funny because when niggas say, "Yo, my mental health," I always looked at that like, you gotta be weak. You gotta be a weak motherfucker to even think about. But it's a real thing, and it ain't helping us when we can sit there. It was a time I found I was on Instagram had to tell me, yo, log off, nigga. You been on shit for 5 hours.
Boy, Instagram.
And I'm thinking, damn. they gave me the wave, like, bro, you realize you've been scrolling for 5 fucking hours? And I was like, dang, you know what I could have did productively for 5 hours?
Instagram tells you, like, when you go to your statistic, it tells you how much time you spend on the app and the days and the times.
That shit started looking crazy.
But y'all know what we talking about, man.
But it's so crazy, like the power of manipulation and propaganda. That's what it was. Propaganda is a real thing, and it happens with war. And we learned it from war. We got to think nobody ever sit there and questions why we always at war in America, and why we always step out of what's going on in America and go fight a war overseas that ain't really got shit to do with us. We don't really, because they go, oh, these motherfucker was a bad guy. Saddam Hussein's a bad person. This nigga's a bad person.
You see your man?
This nigga, you know when I knew shit was fucked up? When they blamed Bin Laden for 9/11 and went and killed Saddam. And went and got Saddam Hussein. And he was like, I don't even fuck with this nigga, man.
Boy, why you
I don't like the nigga. They was like, you're terror. He's under the same roof of terror.
It was like, fuck it, we're gonna fuck you up anyway, just
because we been trying to get you, nigga. You forgot? The old Bush trying to get you.
You see what's going on? Biden just said, oh, yo, we gonna release all the oil because we got a lot of oil, so it's gonna break the gas price. Why you didn't release the oil when niggas was hitting those $5 gas prices? $6
the reserve
gas
oils?
Because they had to make their money back. So some of
that
money they gave niggas for them
all the
that PPP loan. They gotta make our shit
and you
back.
see they came out with another one?
What? The new PPP?
The new PPP.
There's a new one?
You about to see crab legs on Instagram.
Niggas was balling out of
control. So crazy. Word, I didn't even know they had that much crabs in the world, boy. I didn't even know Louis Vuitton had that much fabric. Everybody with LVs. You ever been to a Louis store? Mm-hmm. These just be small stores. I'm like, where everybody buying all this Louis from?
It's us buying that shit though.
Like these little stores, it's like little.
It's you talking about poor consumers. That's when you talk about who we are of the world.
Crazy.
We're poor consumers like a motherfucker, bro. It's to the point where it's sad at this point. It's like, my nigga, if we're not gonna invest in our community, we might as well just take the money and burn the shit.
It has no value.
The clothing, right? See how your son got the clothing? Yeah. I told him with the clothing, I said, yo, the worst thing you could ever do to your clothes when you make your own brand is price it too low. Because if you price it too low, nobody's gonna buy it. Like, see how your son got the shirts, the clothing? if he's selling the shirt, tell him to sell this shirt for like $150.
Right.
$200. You know why? Because the way, unfortunately, like black people, we value, we give ourselves value by putting stuff on us.
Yeah.
So the more it costs, the better it makes you feel about yourself. And the only way somebody's gonna buy it, black people buy it.
How do we get out of that? Do you think there's do you have any idea, like, okay, if you just had to, I know nobody knows the exact answer, but what would you suggest if you had to make a suggestion to what we do to snap that mindset, to get out of that mindset?
What I'm about to say is it's not realistic. In a perfect world, bro, I would change this. I'll change the curriculums. The school curriculum is number one.
Mm-hmm.
I would take away drugs being brought into the black communities. Because when the father's out of the home, this is what you get. You get beta males.
Yeah.
You get kids that grow up idolizing the drug dealer instead of idolizing their pops.
Father, yeah.
There's one thing I know for a fact.
It's a fact.
One thing I know for a fact. Kids follow what they see.
Yeah.
If you grew up seeing your father as a worker, you're gonna be a worker 9 out of 10 times. If you notice that your father wasn't in the home, you're gonna be absent in a woman's life too. You're gonna go smash and dash abroad and dip and leave her with a kid.
More so than like
9 out of 10 times.
You know what I think, and what I was saying to myself. You did absolutely correct.
And I think that's what we need. I think we need the structure back in the black household, and I think that's what's gonna stop.
Correct.
Every nigga want to be a rapper. Everybody want to be a ball player. Every black person want to be this. Why don't you? But think want to be a lawyer?
Think about this though, right? And I'm gonna go back to the power of hip hop, right? Because hip hop to me is the weapon. That's our juggernaut weapon. That's
it is
right. Because I remember the time when I was growing up. You remember when De La Soul and them niggas was the native tongue was at the forefront of the game, and there was De La Soul, On the Road, Black Medallions, No Gold. It wasn't cool to rock gold. It was like cool. Niggas was walking around with wooden medallions on. And that was flyer than having a gold chain. You know what I'm saying?
Females, like
diamonds was a girl's best friend. It was we was like, we ain't with that shit. Now and that showed you the power of hip hop, because growing up we wanted the freshest African medallion. You didn't give a fuck about no gold chain, because that was what the rapper said was hot. So when you see you got that kind of influence, look what's going on in gang culture, right? It went from gangster rap to gangbang rap. And when gangbang rap, which is happening right now, is killing, is death rap. You know what I'm saying? It's death rap. Like, you heard the death metal, niggas wasn't actually dying. Niggas in this, you can count.
That was one of my questions. I wanted to ask you.
You ask 20 rappers, you look at 20 rappers, right? Who got caught up in either got killed or this Rico shit. And what's the common denominator? Gangs.
Facts.
They all in gangs. Niggas like, yo, Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke was a Crip. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate what happened to him. He was a Crip.
That's the truth, though.
Nipsey Hussle was a Crip. YSL, they bloods. These and so that's the common denominator, and why we watching everybody fall, either perish or go to prison, and we still celebrate it. You turn on the song right now, it's gangbang music. So why don't you cut this shit off right away? Like, you got a cold turkey on this shit.
And so Cohen said
the radio has the power, right?
My kids gotta eat. My kids gotta eat. So if these niggas gotta die for my kids to eat, we gotta think this exactly.
So hold on, if the radio got the power to, stop playing the music, why don't they?
Yo, we had to jump on the phone, but it's your boy Giovanni.
Lavas T.
Saigon, y'all forward.
Yo, it's 371 podcast. We had to jump on the iPhone joint because the camera died on us.
Yeah, when you start talking that real shit, they'll come cut your, they'll try to cut your lights off. You know what I'm saying?
They zapped the battery from wherever they was at. It's clipped. But yo, it was an ill interview.
Facts.
Look out for his son's clothing.
Yeah, SR Newman. Check it out, srnewman.com.
Yes.
And yo,
we're gonna have the link in the description. Y'all go show Lil Man some love, because his joint is official.
Yeah, it's time.
We got that out there too.
And if y'all want to support black-owned businesses, this is the time to do it.
Facts.
This is the way to do it too. And hit that subscribe button.
This is the key word, y'all. We don't do this, we can't do shit.
We gotta unify.
Don't forget the album coming soon.
Yo, yeah.
I don't know if you're supposed to.
Yeah, it's coming. Shout out to Young Guru. Shout out to Young Guru, man, my big bro, man. He's
Shout out to Guru.
Putting his touches on it. Yeah. We
Peace.
lit.